Well, greetings and salutations out there, Vols fans. It was a tough one. You know, you really look at it and how Tennessee did. Michael Shibley with you here, by the way, host of the Modern Day Gladiators podcast with Smokey, who's, of course, bummed out. He's very, very sad there. But you look at how Tennessee did in this one, and it's tough. You know, you look at how they did, and there's a lot of good things about what Tennessee did. They played very well for most of the game, but the end game was just hot garbage. The way the execution was, again, the offensive line missing Trey Smith, as we can see, a huge, huge issue. I mean, 5 false start penalties. Garantano great on third down, but just having all those problems, that just led to a lot of issues, unfortunately, and Tennessee couldn't capitalize on everything. One of the big things I thought was a big concern, and it was the same thing going into the half. Tennessee gets that touchdown with Jennings, but then they have the personal foul penalty when it was a taunt, and it was just a dumb mistake there by Jennings. And then you go out there, and what ends up happening is they go right down the field and score, and then Tennessee, with Fields and me getting a touchdown right there coming out of the gate in the second half, and then they end up giving another touchdown right back to South Carolina and just keeping them in the game. And then South Carolina was able just to run the ball very well, I thought, for them in this one, and was able to take over. And by the end of it, I think Tennessee just I don't know if it decisions. You can argue the 52-yard field goal. You know, he had one blocked against Auburn. It was just one of those questions. Honestly, the fumble, everybody's going to argue about that fumble that happened and that Tennessee should have had it. You can argue that all day long. Tennessee shouldn't have let South Carolina get down there on those big plays to get there in the first place. Also, honestly, I really thought that South Carolina had scored a touchdown on the previous play anyway, so it shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. So I'm not going to just sit here and harp on the terrible officiating, because Tennessee's not going to improve by getting with officiating and getting some of those things like that. So, and Smokey, thank you for agreeing with me. It's just the way it is, but I liked Tennessee's effort. I think there's a lot of things, again, you can build on. We've got Charlotte up next, so we should just beat the crap out of the 49ers. Probably even the San Francisco 49ers at this point, how bad they've been, but that's another story. But beat up on the Charlotte 49ers, and then we'll see how Kentucky's going to be. I mean, they've got to play Georgia there, and I mean, that's a big game for them, so we'll see how they come out of that game. So there's things, again, to play for. Missouri's not looking great, and Vanderbilt is not looking spectacular, even though they beat Arkansas, even though Arkansas is hot garbage also. So those are just things you look at. Again, all the games are winnable for Tennessee going down the stretch here. They're not guaranteed wins. Only Charlotte should be that. But Tennessee's got a lot to build on. Let's work and let's recruit that offensive line, because we're going to need it. We're going to need a lot of help. And I don't really think changing over to Christ is going to help anything, honestly, because it doesn't matter, I think, who the quarterback is. If you can't block anybody, it doesn't really matter. But that's going to wrap it up for me. And again, like, subscribe, share, comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say here on Facebook and on YouTube. Would love to hear comments from you. I'll be happy to talk with you there. But until then, love you guys. Too sweet for Smokey. I'll see you next. You got to go, Smokey. You got to go get ready for Charlotte. It's homecoming. So you take care. See you, Smokey. Bye. Too sweet. Love you guys. Out of here.